In June 2025, a flash flood swept toward Hunan province. But this time, the people weren't caught off guard. The city didn't panic. There was no chaos. Before the water arrived, metro lines had already shut down, traffic signals rerouted vehicles uphill, and over 30,000 residents were evacuated, all in under 45 minutes. Not by luck, not by heroic last-minute decisions, but by an AI system that saw the flood coming 8 hours earlier and started acting. While the world watches China's AI make headlines for chatbots and cloud tools, a quieter, more powerful system is at work underneath. A nationwide AI flood prevention network. It monitors thousands of rivers in real time. It combines data from satellites, rainfall sensors, drones, and street-level cameras. And it runs simulations every second to predict when, where, and how fast the water will rise. In a country where millions live beside rivers and climate change brings more extreme rain than ever, China isn't building AI to go viral. It's building AI to save lives. And if you thought AI was just about writing essays or drawing cat memes, this story might just change your mind. Floods don't just appear out of nowhere. They build, minute by minute, through rivers, rainfall, terrain, and time. That's why China's flood AI isn't just a weather forecast tool. It's an integrated national system with eyes everywhere and logic that never sleeps. It starts with the sensors, thousands of them, installed along riverbanks, dams, roads, and even rooftops. They track rainfall, soil absorption, water levels, and urban drainage in real time. Then comes the satellite and drone layer. High-res imagery every 10 minutes. Thermal scans. Microwave radar that sees through clouds. Even drones are deployed to inspect riverbanks during storms. All this data flows into a central AI platform, built to do one thing: predict where the next flood will hit. It runs millions of simulations per hour, each time adjusting for humidity, urban layout, soil saturation, traffic conditions. It's not just forecasting nature, it's predicting human behavior too. And then comes the magic: action. The system sends alerts to local officials, transport networks, and even directly to residents via SMS and public announcements. It triggers road closures, metro shutdowns, and emergency broadcast messages. In some smart cities, it can even activate floodgates and adjust drainage flows automatically. This isn't just surveillance, it's orchestration. AI as infrastructure, silently managing what used to be uncontrollable. And in a country where seconds mean survival, this silent intelligence makes all the difference. To understand why China built this system, you have to go back to 1998. That summer, the Yangtze River overflowed. Over 4,000 people lost their lives. More than 15 million were displaced. Damages exceeded $25 billion. And the world barely noticed. Then again, in 2020, another wave of floods submerged parts of Chongqing and Wuhan, just months after the COVID outbreak. For China, floods aren't seasonal. They are systemic. With a geography dominated by rivers, megacities built near floodplains, and a climate growing more extreme every year, China doesn't just fear water, it plans for it. And that's why the government didn't wait for international solutions. They built their own. They turned flood control into a national AI project. Not for headlines, not for exports, but for survival. Billions were invested in sensors, satellites, and smart drainage systems. Schools, hospitals, and city halls were rewired into the alert network. Engineers trained not in just AI, but in flood logic, hydrology, and crisis management. Because in China's eyes, AI isn't just about intelligence, it's about resilience. It's the invisible shield behind 1.4 billion people. So when the West sees China's AI as controlled or censored, China sees it as the firewall between chaos and order, between disaster and coordination. Ai nemchak a felhos zerverekben foot. In China, it runs through villages, streets, and riverbanks. Let's go to Guangxi Province, summer 2023. Torrential rain triggered landslides and flash floods in remote districts, but thanks to AI simulations run the night before, early alerts were sent at 3:14 a.m. to every household. Evacuation buses arrived before sunrise. Schools opened as emergency shelters. 0 fatalities, not a single one. In Wuhan, a city once overwhelmed by floods, a smart drainage system, controlled by AI, rebalanced the city's underground reservoirs in real time. What would have flooded intersections stayed dry. Traffic kept moving. Hospitals stayed open. And the most powerful part? It wasn't a dramatic rescue. It was the absence of chaos, the normalcy of safety. China's flood AI isn't just for cities. It's embedded in village loudspeakers. It sends weather warnings via WeChat mini programs. It powers the broadcast system in trains, schools, and community centers. Every second counts in a flood. And this AI doesn't wait for someone to ask. It acts, faster than any human hotline or government order. This is what AI looks like, when it's not built to impress investors, but to protect lives. So next time you hear AI in China, don't just think ChatGPT or facial recognition. Think of a grandmother in Hunan, whose house didn't flood. Because an algorithm stayed up all night, for her. In the West, flood prevention is still fragmented. Different agencies hold different data. Local governments wait on national forecasts, and even then, action often comes too late. In 2021, Germany's Ahr Valley was devastated by flash floods. Warnings were issued, yes, but coordination failed. Over 180 lives were lost. In the U.S., despite billion-dollar forecasts, evacuation orders during hurricanes often rely on manual coordination between cities, states, and FEMA. AI exists, but isn't trusted. Data is there, but isn't shared. Meanwhile, in China, there is no debate about centralization. The same AI system that predicts floods also controls traffic signals, metro alerts, dam operations, and emergency shelters. It speaks to devices, it speaks to institutions, it speaks to people. And that's the difference. West, AI is product. China, AI is infrastructure. Where Silicon Valley sees AI as an API, Beijing sees it as a national nervous system, and it works, because it's allowed to. No waiting for approvals, no silos between departments, no lawsuits delaying life-saving tools. Just speed, just scale, just sovereignty. This doesn't make one system better, but it makes China's approach faster, and in a crisis, speed saves lives. We live in a world where most people see AI as entertainment, something to write poems, generate avatars, or pass exams. But in China, AI has a different job. It's not built to go viral. It's not made to wow Silicon Valley. It's designed to keep a country alive. From controlling rainfall with drones, to predicting floods with satellite data, to coordinating evacuations through apps, traffic lights, and loudspeakers. This isn't science fiction. It's already running. And this shift matters, because while the West debates whether AI is too powerful, China is already showing what happens when AI is used with purpose, discipline, and scale. It's not a matter of censorship versus freedom. It's a matter of do your systems work when it counts. And in 2025, the world saw something new. An AI that doesn't just answer questions, it answers floods, it answers fire, it answers crisis. So next time someone asks, is China ahead in AI? Ask them this instead. What is your AI actually doing for your people? Because at the end of the day, the real power of AI isn't in words, It's in water, not flooding your home. And maybe, just maybe, China's AI isn't winning because it's smarter, but because it's built to protect something bigger. Rain is no longer random. Floods are no longer fatal. This is AI made real.